So by now you've probably seen the huge amount of Super Booth videos that me, Greg and Matthew at Modular Podcast covered. It was coverage by the three of us. We went out there and really wanted to go for it this year with some new equipment and some sponsorship. Thank you to Fonk and AGH Synth and the sort of rest of it. I just wanted to jump on and do this quick little vlog and just mention the videos that we've done, bring the thumbnails up because I'm sure there's some that you've missed. There's 49 videos, which we're quite happy with. So let's fly through them and I'll give you a couple of highlights and what was in each one as well. First up, we went to see Music Thing Modular. We had Steve at Fonkman in the stand. They had the great new Magnaphone tape read head on a module that you can also put out on a wire, scrub through tape live, almost like live scrubbing a vinyl if you like. If you were to physically try and spin the vinyl and play it that way, you could do vinyl cut style things with tape. There was updates to the Music Thing Spring Reverb that I certainly want. And a couple of other new modules as well. We then went to check out Random Source. We got to meet Ralph for the first time and also Matthias from Phonitronic that's now working with Random Source as well. Those guys were great. Daniel at IntelliGel gave us the new Shapeshifter firmware to jam with and we grabbed a jam of that. Super fun guys, Bafako. We got to check out the Chopping Kinky Wave folder. I'm just running these down in order. Go ahead to the playlist if you want to skip me talking about it. But again, I just want to highlight all these different videos because you may have missed some. I got some really raw sounds with the Model D Behringer video. Got a great rundown of the now expanded mini mod range from AGH Synth. It was good to meet Gareth from Oscillosaurus. Talk about the Australian modular scene, check out his new module and his panels. Got to check out the Leaf Audio Microphonic Soundbox. Those guys are behind Exploding Shed, the DIY store in Germany. They also make the Noise to Brain adapter that I've reviewed before. Great module, and that microphonic soundbox looked great as well. We met Basic. It was a lot of fun through the weekend. Got a jam on the Moleco system. Scott at Industrial Music Electronics, formerly the Harvest Man, gave us a look at the Argos Bleak. Then we've got Bafako taking us through the Hex Mixer and Hex Spander and also their new Jump Skiff Case and Power. Erica Sims showed us their new bass drum module that a lot of people seem to miss, that was slightly clouded by the drum sequencer. That's also in the same video. Verbos Electronics took us through the Bark Filter. Stephen at Noise Engineering showed us the Cursus Atiritas and the Laquelic Atiritas Pasido. Both looked killer. The Laquelic Atiritas and the Basimilus modules, they're ace, and I'm using those a lot. Got to meet Tenkai at Zetarome, checking out the Fluxus 1. We also met Max, one of the guys behind Ornament and Crime, got a little bit of the background of that module. And then Simone at Fraptools showed us their Sapel random module and their Fumana, their 32 fixed filter bank module. Oz gave us a run through the FH1 updates, the Disting and the General CV, which is a general MIDI sound set, which, as I've said several times, kind of sounds a bit lame. Not many of us want GM MIDI sounds, but clocking those at audio rate made a really new and sort of unique sampler style wavetable, really tearing kind of cool sounds. Skip into the video if you want to check that out. Mordax gave us a rundown of the new firmware. Went outside with Tony from Make Noise again, just to chat generally about Make Noise and his ideas. That's always good fun. EOWave showed us the new Quadranted Swarm. Great little sort of performance orientated drone and live manipulation box, sequencer, touchpads, synth all in the box. The Eloquencer from Winter Modular really stood out as one of the sequencers. We then checked out Animal Factory Amplification, which are pedals and synths from India. Something unique and some really nice fuzz modules in there as well. We met Vladimir behind VPME, making the Euclidean circles, and he was walking around with a synth in a bag that got a lot of attention. We then met Asylum that do the MS Matrix and stereo recorder. Salisbury Synths took us through the Aussie Drum and Auditron, alternate firmwares for the Ossitron, again a video on the Ossitron from me on my channel, and the AT-App 2HP Arpeggio. Audio Central magazine gave us a rundown the JRP synthesizer, a whole range of modules coming out later this year. We then went outside with Moritz from Endorphins. Nice conversation about their origins. Turned the camera off, we kept chatting, and then we ended up getting another video just talking about design and their sort of aesthetics and how they approach their design. Matthew at ALM gave us a rundown of the Pamela's new workout. Dave Rossum and Marco at Rossum Electronic Music showed us the Morpheus Control Forge and Satellite. We then saw Morgan that makes the LRMS MSLR, so left right mid side left right mid side decoding module. Do some really cool tricks making stereo effects out of a single mono effect. Check that video out. Audio Damage showed us the new and fantastic sounding EOS. There's also the Enzo as well, which is a little bit earlier on in development, but again looking and sounding great. Chaos Devices showed us the Praga, Dresno, Lips, Tallinn and the Tirana updates, as well as the new Sevastopol as well. Probably said all that wrong, but you get the idea. Praga looked and sounded great, long awaited module. WMD showed us the new module. As much as Chris Randall next to them wanted to call it the Crandall and seemed to be demoing it to people and telling people it was the Crandall, it wasn't, but there was no name for that just yet. Also the trigger sequencer, Architect, Overseer, Muscle and their general system. It's great to meet Gur at Tip Top Audio for the first time. We got a nice sort of techno jam and a jam of their new Fault processor. One of the highlights of the show, it seems, for a lot of people, judging on things afterwards, 4MS Swan, the spherical wavetable navigator, 6-voice wavetable with onboard VCAs and modulation. That really stood out. There was the Plonk from IntelliGel and Tetrapad. Plonk sounded great, the Tetrapad felt really nice as a touch interface. We then got to check out the Assimilator from Rossum Electro Music, and actually sort of phase distorted a piano against a trumpet, which was like kind of a sound design dream kind of tool, the way that that was working. Really good module. 1010 Music showed us the Bitbox, Effects Box and Synth Box. We got a rundown the whole sound machine stand as well. Bastel Instruments showed us Time, Dude and Casper Electronics that they work with showed us the Soft Pop, all in one video. Then saw Dan at 4MS, stereo triggered sampler and typographic delay demo. We then got a little travel diary up there with the best or worst number plate on a car. I'll let you judge that one. We've got the actual modular podcast episode, rounding down Sooper booth as well. A photo slideshow which shows a lot of the people as opposed to the gear, and that really is the highlight of Sooper booth. The scene and the people are amazing. And then the video titled Goodbye My Lover, which was a walk around the venue saying bye to everyone on the last day, which was good fun, and it certainly shows off the scene and the vibe even at the end of the event when everyone's tired. So that was Sooper Booth 2017. Go check out the playlist link and those videos if you haven't, and watch out for more videos coming soon. Cheers.